we all come to Nashville to do music, a lot of us, unless you're born here like unicorns, which there's two of them that I know of. But I came here in 1998 when I guess I'd maybe 2 or 3 or something like that. I'm kidding. And it took a long time to get, 2008, 9, 10 was when I actually started making money at music. And my wife didn't leave me, which was amazing. But I was down Broadway doing all these little bars, playing shows, making, $20 in a bucket, that kind of thing. And just never really thought it would happen. And singing songs from like Dierks Bentley when he first started and all these other guys. And I remember the night I got a call that Dierks was cutting one of my songs, and I was just like freaking out. And I got to see him play it at the Ryman Auditorium. It was just, it's like American story kind of moment, American dream kind of moment. And then a couple years later, I just kind of accumulated other songs, and he started like they start looking to you like, hey, you had a song that I liked, and maybe I'll bring you on a trip. Like, I didn't get the Christmas call, but I got a call that was like, hey, I'm flying a bunch of people. Dierks is flying a bunch of people, which is kind of scary. But flying a bunch of people to Colorado. You want to come and hang on the mountain and just kind of like write some songs for 4 or 5 days? And I said, absolutely. Yeah, we're gone. It was in the middle of August, beautiful out in Telluride, Colorado, which if you haven't been there is just like a postcard that is actually in real life. So go if you can. Or don't, actually, it's already crowded. Don't go, it's terrible. But we all kind of holed up, and Dierks had bought a house there, but he had typical music star, hadn't furnished it yet, so we rode in a house on cardboard boxes and like lawn chairs, and they had these amazing little gummies that were like gummy bears that were crazy, and I was just dropping them. They were quite tasty. And we would climb, because Dierks is very outdoorsy, and we're all pretending to be outdoorsy because we're with Dierks, and so we're climbing, hiking up 15 miles, getting chased by bears on the way down, and writing songs in the process. And the last day we watched the sunrise over the ridge. We hiked up in the morning and actually got up earlier than anyone should ever get up as a musician, and saw the sunrise over the top of the mountains. It was just magic. And we'd go down and grab some coffee and these little brownies that were crazy good too. And we wrote the song, and it's kind of become a mantra every day, because not every day is amazing, but if you can just mentally try to make the day, even the bad days, try to make good out of them and see the blue sky, like right through the little hole in the clouds, that's kind of, it's a different song than it was when I wrote it. It's become more important to me, but here's Living. This morning I got up at 6:01, walked outside and saw the rising sun, and I drank it in like whiskey. Saw a tree I'd seen 1,000 times, a bird on a branch, watched it fly away in the wind, and it hit me. It's a beautiful world, sometimes I don't see it so clear. Some days you're just breathing, just trying to break even. Sometimes your heart's pounding out of your chest, sometimes it's just beating. Some days you just forget what all you've been given. Some days you just get by. Some days you're just alive, but some days you're living. Living. I went back in and fired the coffee up, and she walked in the kitchen like she always does in one of my t-shirts, and it killed me. And I kissed her like it was for the first time. She laughed and looked at me like I lost my mind. Said, baby, I love you, can't live without you. No, I don't say it enough, but some days you just breathe, just trying to break even. Sometimes your heart's pounding out of your chest, sometimes it's just beating. Some days you just forget what all you've been given. Some days you just get by. Some days you're just alive, and some days you're living like you'll never die. Lose a little blur up in the sky. You're high that fire you've been missing, and some days you're living. It's a beautiful world, sometimes I don't see it so clear. Some days you're just singing, and you don't need a reason. Sometimes the world's just right, and your clear eyes ain't even blinking. Got a heart full of grateful for all you've been given. Some days you just get by, some days you're just alive, and some days you're living. Some days you're living.
That's John Nite, everybody.